It's Friday, y'all. I know y'all turned up because y'all love y'all some Friday. Let me get this camera straight because we about to get it in. Hold on. Okay. Boy, got good at this after a year, huh? Okay. We got it up. We got it all the way up. Let me fix that so I know that I'm right. And there we go. Okay, a little bit more to the center there, and we are, I would call that good for the day. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Please let me know if my audio is good. Let me turn it up one more bar. Real quick, Jeffrey Epstein survivor says Epstein recorded everything on his island. We already know that. We already know that he had everything all chimed up and all ready to go. And we're ready to go too. What's good, Mark Dorfman? How you doing over there, Rebecca? And how you doing, Batty Lynn? I also see Tyson. Who else we got in the building this morning? We have Clarence the Mac. That's right, Clarinda Mac. Okay, Clarinda Mac. Everybody chiming in. I see Detroit in the building. I see we got we got Grand Rapids, Michigan in the building. Who else up in here? Where my boy Casey at? How you doing this morning? Who else we got up in here? Okay, everybody good? I guess y'all ready to go. I'm ready to go. Mark Dorfman, how you doing, buddy? Okay, Nina, what's good? I see you. Everybody, hope you're having a good one. Pray for everybody that we have a great day and a fantastic show because we can't do it without him. Amen. Is that my boy Sam Champion? I told you everybody need to be like Sam Champion. I'd be straight by now. But in that case, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And what we gotta do, we ain't gonna forget, we gotta wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It'd be nice if you start right about now too. I'm ready to do those. Olay. Don't play. Open up the jacket. You know what I'm saying? Your boy been doing some push-ups. So you know what I'm saying? This jacket is getting a little too small for me. But that's a good thing. Let's go, y'all. Let's open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. And we thank the Lord for another day, another week completed. How about that, you guys? We got another week completed. Give your boy a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause for making it through another week. That's right. Come on, y'all. Let's open up those pores. Let's open them up. Let's open them up. Let's open them up. And this is about to get real. Doom, doom. Jitterbug. 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 Yep. You put the boom boom into my heart. You make the mouth so fly high when the loving starts. You put the jitterbug into my brain. It goes bang, bang, bang till my heart does the same. But something's bugging me, something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. You left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but I should have been with you instead. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. Why? I wanna feel that high. Yay. Da-doom, doom, da-na-na-na. That's my joint right there. Stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. Y'all know George Michael was the dude, no matter what they say about him. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And why we turned up? Because it's if boom, that be Friday, November 7th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that. But we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. Just got me lit. Would you think the black boy don't know George Michael? Stop playing with me. I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hands in mine. I will be. Come on now, stop playing. Give a round of applause for the morning right now, because y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came to chill with me on our bottom line, I appreciate you. We got a fully loaded clip. We got a lot to get into. But first, let's see who's in the building. Who we got up in here this morning? That's right, you guys. Who we got? We got Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Who else we got up in here? We got Lala. We have Nina's up in the building. Good morning. Jeffrey Spilker, good morning. Luigi, I see you. Good morning from Jersey. It's 29 degrees out this morning. Freezing. Brr. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because the hustlers and the criminals, they think twice before they go outside and do something stupid. One thing that the Lord has over the idiots and the animals is the elements. That's right. That's one thing you got to count on. When it's raining, they think twice, and it's a lot less happens when the elements are heavy. Don't believe me? Look up the statistics. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. This is our bottom line. One of the best hosts, well, I tell you the truth, the best host on YouTube, with the #1 co-host and the co-chat in YouTube history as well. This your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I love coming here every day to give you guys topics, current events, updated information of what we got going on. I got a lot to get into today. I don't even want to waste any time, so you know what I'm going to say, right? Yeah. Let's get into these titles after I tell you I got 5 on it. So what I will be doing is stacking 5 videos at a time. And all I need you guys to do is stay on topic and stay on point. Because what that does is it gives us a great conversation. It gives us a lot to talk about. Let's just keep it simple this morning and not try to go too crazy. So let me get you guys ready, locked and loaded with the fully loaded clip. And what else I got to say? Let's get into these titles. Yes, it's time, y'all. Jeffrey Epstein, survivor, says Epstein recorded everything on his island. That's right, you guys. We have the information exactly from Lisa Phillips. You know what I like about the fact that now the books come out, even though Virginia Giuffre is no longer alive with us, I think she empowered a lot of other women to step up, and that's a great thing. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. What else do we have here? Because Homeland Security and ICE arrest several illegal immigrants in Manhattan. That's right. That's my borough. That's where your boy's at. I wonder if they went over to Dykeman or 205th Street, by the way they be having all them fruit stands at. And oh, my bad, not trying to give nobody up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What else we got over here? We have artist Shaggy. It wasn't me. But you caught him on the counter. It wasn't me. But you saw him on the sofa. It wasn't me. So you even on the camera. It wasn't me. Guess what Shaggy's doing? He's not saying it wasn't him, because it was him. And we got to give the general a lot of respect for what he's doing. Artist Shaggy in Jamaica, private jet to deliver vital aid to many hurt by Hurricane Melissa. It was him. It was him. Let's get it in. Let's get it in, you guys. We got to keep moving forward. Let's get to this work. Let's go. Come on now. Stop playing. It's time to get it on. Let me turn that audio up. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Get your coffee, get your tea. It's time to get it on, y'all. This is the bottom line. Let's go. We're going to start it off this morning with President Trump delivering information from the Oval Office about announcements on Ozempic, many different weight loss drugs, and what they're about to start doing with the price of pharmaceuticals. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Good morning. Let's go.
At drastic discounts. They're very effective drugs. And so far, I've never heard anything bad about them. I only hear good about them. It's pretty. Is there anything bad about them, Bobby? I haven't heard anything bad. Someday, maybe it'll come out, which will notify you immediately. But so far, I haven't heard that, including the drugs known as Zepbound and Wegovy, often called Ozempic. This is a triumph for American patients that will save lives and improve the health of millions and millions of Americans. Amazing thing. They are amazing. I want to thank Eli Lilly CEO David Ricks, a friend of mine. We've worked long and hard. He and I got this whole thing started in a way. And Novo Nordisk CEO Mike Dustar for joining us today. Great, talented people. They make a lot of money. I looked at the money, but they're entitled to the money because the companies are doing very well. Along with Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Secretary Howard Lutnick.
Yeah, let's get it out the way early. Good. I'm glad you're doing it now. Glad you're doing it now. Come on in, everybody. Let's let them get this crap out the way right now. I want to hear some more about what you're talking about. Let's get into it. Come on, come on. I know you can do it. Let me pause you first, then bring you back. I don't mean to cut the president, but you know I cut anybody right about now. Okay, you out of here. Sorry. We have to move on. Nothing slows up our show, you guys, because we're gonna catch that on the other side anyway. So don't even worry about it. All right. We got to keep on moving forward because now he's going to answer some more information anyway with J.D. Vance as they rip this judge for absurd ruling where mandating that Trump administration starts to fund SNAP immediately. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it. That commercial kind of threw that one off, but it's all good because he right back anyway.
Fox.
Mr. President, a federal judge said tonight that the administration has to fully fund SNAP. It's the latest in the back and forth, and the Justice Department said they're going to appeal it. What's your message to folks as they work this out in the courts and in Congress as we're heading into Thanksgiving?
You want to go over that?
Yeah, look, Jackie, it's an absurd ruling because you have a federal judge effectively telling us what we have to do in the midst of a Democrat government shutdown. Which what we'd like to do is for the Democrats to open up the government. Of course, then we can fund SNAP, and we can also do a lot of other good things for the American people. But in the midst of a shutdown, we can't have a federal court telling the president how he has to triage the situation. We're trying to keep as much turned on. We're trying to keep as much going as possible. The president and the entire administration are working on that, but we're not going to do it under the orders of a federal judge. We're going to do it according to what we think we have to do to comply with the law, of course, but also to actually make the government work for people in the midst of the Democrat government shutdown. If they would like to end this, we would welcome working with them to end this government shutdown, and then we wouldn't have to triage what we're going to fund and what we're not going to fund. And the last thing that I'll say is the American people are unfortunately about to start suffering some very real consequences because of the shutdown. In the past, when you had a government shutdown, you would have under the Obama administration, they would lean into all of the problems it was going to cause for the American people at the beginning of the shutdown. The president has told us to keep as much going as humanly possible. But after 30 days of this thing, 40 days of this thing, you're going to start seeing very real travel delays. That's because the Democrat government shut down. You're going to start seeing SNAP benefits run out. That's because the Democrat government shut down. They should stop this charade and open up the government. That's what we want them to do. We've been asking them to do it for 40 days. It's time.
All right, we got to keep on moving forward. I told you, nothing stops the show over here, y'all. Let's keep on going now because now we got this Trump officially detailed some shocking fraud against the minority business programs. Let's get all the politics out the way, then we're going to get to everything else. Let's go, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Welcome back on this day, day 36 of the government shutdown, the longest shutdown in American history after Democrats voted down the GOP's clean continuing resolution again. It was the 14th time.
15th,
Here's the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
15th.
I don't think any of us expected that it would drag on this long. We didn't believe, we couldn't have imagined. It's now tied for the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Over the past 34 days of this shutdown, the Republicans have been the only ones working in good faith to end the shutdown and get everyone paid and get the services flowing again. And we have voted that way 14 times. The past 5 weeks have been painfully clear that Democrats are not interested in doing their most basic job. The Schumer shutdown was never about health care or any other policy that they claim now. The Schumer shutdown was never about health care or any other policy that they claim now. They fear political retribution.
Main Street impact.
Yeah, and you know, I made the point last weekend that now that we're talking about air traffic control under pressure, calling in sick, TSA agents calling in sick, they're working without pay. I feel like that's a real choke point for the economy. And I was getting nervous that, we've been ignoring this for several weeks, but now it's actually having a serious hit on the economic backdrop. I mean, you just mentioned thousands of SBA loans paused due to the shutdown. The Small Business Administration estimating $170 million in aid is being withheld from 320 small businesses every day as the doors remain closed. What would you expect in terms of the effect on the economy in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, this
crazy.
is a critical time. Look, we came into this quarter with a strong tailwind thanks to President Trump's economic agenda. We had second quarter GDP at 3.8. The Atlanta Fed's GDP now is forecasting 3.9. But now the CEA says about $15 billion every week are costs. So that's $60 billion in a single month of economic impact. 43,000 jobs in a month. I mean, this is serious, Maria, because these are jobs that are being lost at small businesses at Main Street. Small businesses make up 99% of all businesses in this country, and they create 2 out of every 3 new jobs. So this is hurting families. Senate Democrats know that, though. They've been very clear. They know that they're leveraging people's pain, and they're leveraging the pain of not only small businesses, but our air traffic controllers, our military, our veterans. You mentioned our veterans, small businesses. They account for about 10% of all small business loans at SBA, so about 800 small businesses by veterans haven't gotten funding.
I like this guy's idea of what we should do. This is a smart and a fantastic idea from John Kennedy of what we should be doing right now. Let's just take a few moments to listen to what his idea is. Check this out, you guys. I agree with John Kennedy right here.
Of the Senate's action.
Mr. President.
The senator from Louisiana.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent to resume legislative session.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I'm going to be uncharacteristically brief. Tomorrow I will be bringing 2 bills before the Senate. They both have to do with the shutdown and Congressional Bay. The first bill is the No Shutdown Paychecks Act. The second bill is the Withhold Member Pay During Shutdowns Act. The first bill would provide that as long as we're shut down, and I'll explain why in a moment, as long as we're shut down, no member of Congress can be paid. And the money will not be reimbursed at a later date.
So he's putting the bill together saying, okay, since y'all want to make it like this, we're doing it where no member of Congress can be paid either. And with the maraschino cherry on top, you ain't getting that money back.
Or repaid at a later date.
You're not going to get repaid
The second
either.
bill to address any 27th Amendment concerns will say during the shutdown, members of Congress will not receive their pay, but their pay will be escrowed and they will receive it after the government is opened back.
So he's basically proposing 2 bills now. One where they'll get it and one where they don't. He's trying to get this bill to go through so that they won't get their money while everybody else is not getting money. That's a smart bill right there to me. Let's keep on going, y'all. What y'all think about that? Look at Lanya, look at Rebecca.
We're in day 36. Like you, Mr. President, I've heard a lot of rumors about we're that close to reaching an agreement. We've been that close for a week. Frankly, I hope I'm wrong in saying this, but I don't think we're really that close. I wish we were, and I hope we are. But I think we're going to be in the shutdown a while longer.
Oh my God, he been in office for a long time. So guess what? I'm sure he knows what he's talking about because experience outweighs everything to me. Keep on moving forward. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting right now. We got to keep it moving right now. We got to get over to some SCOTUS information, where life or death tariffs meeting boiled down to this one question. Very important question, too. Check it out, y'all. We got to keep on stacking this deck. Let's get this politics and business out of the way. Yeah, I got some good Jeffrey Epstein information for you, too.
The Supreme Court hearing arguments today on a very important case for the White House that deals with President Trump's tariffs and his executive ability to carry them out. today, even some of the conservative justices were asking some pretty tough questions. Fox News anchor,
Thank you, Tiffany.
Fox News Sunday anchor, I should say, and
Welcome,
chief legal
welcome.
correspondent Shannon Bream, whom I had the pleasure of sitting next to last night. She zipped it overnight back to the Supreme Court to be there for us this morning. Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Martha. Well, listen, the president has said this may be the biggest case ever at the Supreme Court, and there were certainly some Washington heavy hitters in the courtroom today, Secretaries Bessent and Letnick, and there were Democrats and Republicans from the House and the Senate all watching, and it boiled down to this question. Do these tariffs the president has levied equate to taxes? And if so, doesn't the taxing power rest solely with Congress? There were 3 hours of heated arguments, very tough questions for both sides of the aisle. And as you said, nearly every justice expressed skepticism at some point about how the president has used these emergency powers. Justices Kavanaugh and Barrett kept returning to this question. If the plaintiffs in this case concede that the president does have the power to shut down trade altogether, why wouldn't he also have the power to do something lesser than that in imposing these tariffs? Here's Justice Kavanaugh.
Why would a rational Congress say, yeah, we're going to give the president the power to shut down trade? I mean, think about the effects. But you're admitting that power's in there.
Yeah.
But can't do a 1% tariff.
Uh-oh.
But Justice Jackson argued that Congress's intent in passing this law was more about limiting the president, not giving him even more power. Here's her take.
Congress enacted this legislation with the intent of preventing the president from having unlimited powers in this area, and you're asking us to now interpret that statute consistent with an understanding that Congress wanted to allow the president to do pretty much whatever he wanted in this area.
And Martha, by the way, there was a discussion. It came up from Justice Barrett saying, undoing this kind of thing could be sort of tricky. She said, potentially a very big mess. We wait to see what the court does, Martha.
Oh, boy, that's a rough one right there. They probably leave that one alone for a little while. They're going to put that one on the back burner. Whoever just did that just now became a new member, you know I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Who is that right there? Let's show them some love real quick. Tiffany Lynn Smalls, thank you so much. Who's that right there? That's right, Tin Majen, go ahead and re-up. That's right, girl. Go ahead and re-up on that glove. We got some love for the glove soon. Keep you moving forward, y'all. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because Hakeem Jeffries, is that Hakeem Jeffries who's saying that something needs to be done? We'll find out. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's go.
We will leave mediocrity in our past.
Oh, God. No. My bad. This ain't had nothing to do with Jeffries, but he's talking about this. It's just so hard to see this guy. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to see my city run by this motherfucker. Lord have mercy.
No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great. Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new.
Well, even though Democrats won big in the off-year elections last night, there is a party divide. Here to talk about that at the government shutdown in response to President Trump, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries of New York. Mr. Leader, thanks for the time. I want to start with what exactly I asked President Trump at the very beginning, which is how do you read the results from last night?
Uh-oh.
Well, it was a decisive win for the American people. Affordability was on the ballot, and affordability won throughout America. Donald Trump, of course, promised that costs would go down on day one. Costs haven't gone down. Costs have gone up. Housing costs through the roof. Child care costs through the roof. Groceries through the roof. Electricity bills skyrocketing across America. And now, because my Republican colleagues refuse to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, we know that for tens of millions of Americans who are now in the open enrollment period, they are experiencing dramatically increased premiums, copays, and deductibles. In some cases, working class Americans being asked to absorb increases of $1,000 or $2,000 per month. America is too expensive, and something needs to be done about it decisively.
I want to talk to you about the government shutdown in just a minute. Is the incoming New York Mayor, Mamdani, going to drag down moderates in your party next year?
I think the connective tissue that we saw across the country, including as it relates to the mayor-elect's campaign in New Jersey and in Virginia, was the notion that as Democrats, we are going to fight hard to make life more affordable. Far too many people are struggling to live paycheck to paycheck. They're working hard and they're playing by the rules, but they can't get ahead. In fact, they can barely get by. And that should not be the case in this country, the wealthiest country in the history of the world.
Seems like you got some back and forth here. You got some people that agree with him, and then you got some others that don't agree.
Left-wing allies in the media and industries abandon them over the government shutdown that has now entered into its 36th day. This comes after the Democrats voted to keep the government shut for the 15th time, which leaves key federal workers vulnerable and without a paycheck for the second month in a row.
Despite the 15 opportunities they have now had to reopen the government, they have voted 15 times to keep it closed. That is the number that everyone has to pay attention to. All the Americans who are hurting because of this. They need to understand Republicans have voted 15 times to open your government, and the Democrats have voted 15 times to close it. They voted to deny paychecks to workers, to stop the flow of SNAP funds to hungry families, and all the rest.
I think that's enough on this title. I need to get on over to It Wasn't Me, because it was you, Shaggy, and we need to give you some props because what he did, it's very notable and very noble. Let's go on over to Jamaica because Shaggy, that's right, the artist, reggae, dance hall, multi-platinum artist, Shaggy delivers vital aid after a Category 5 hurricane.
And global superstar Shaggy, he's been on the ground there in Jamaica trying to help out, mobilizing private planes from the States to deliver vital aid there.
I think they need a lot of help. Tashani Whitlow spoke to Shaggy.
I did. I actually had an opportunity to sit down with the Grammy Award-winning singer, and he has been boots on the ground, literally. I mean, from sold-out concerts, we're seeing him in a way that we haven't seen him before. Now, Shaggy, he's known for hits like Boombastic, It Wasn't Me.
I am a Mr.
He tells me he
Boombastic.
lived through Hurricane Gilbert, a Category 4 storm. So when he heard a Category 5 storm with winds of 185 miles per hour was barreling toward Jamaica, he wasted no time, and with the help of friends, mobilizing private planes, turning the capital, Kingston, into a hub to distribute life-saving aid to the hardest hit areas.
When I heard it was a Category 5, and I've seen, no one has ever seen a 5. In my mind, I knew this was going to be catastrophic.
Melissa hit Jamaica on Tuesday. By Thursday, the day the airports reopened, Grammy Award-winning artist Shaggy, whose roots and love for the island run deep, was mobilizing private planes from Florida, delivering critical aid to the island's hardest hit regions.
There you go, Shaggy.
This is footage he captured in St. Elizabeth Parish, where Melissa hit the hardest, causing massive devastation and deaths.
When I'm on the ground and seeing what I see, I can't unsee it.
I think everybody needs to play his music. Everybody needs to get behind him because it's not about the music. It's about what he's doing with his money. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Respect du man. Blah, blah, blah. Jamaica them. Come no.
These are my people that are, homeless. They're without food. They're without shelter, they're without running water, they're without electricity.
The government has already started recovery efforts, but with miles and miles of devastation, accessing those in need is going to take time.
What we were fortunate to do is to hit it right away. And it took us 6 hours to get there. We had to chop our way through some of the roads. We walked through puddles. We drove through puddles that was this high. And we got in there.
Just unsure what to bring. The superstar tells Fox 5 he and his friend from Florida, attorney Dan Newland, who provided the planes, taking things into his own hands, using ChatGPT to identify essential supplies and purchase them.
So we was doing it guerrilla style, you know what I mean? And, we got, and a lot of the items were a hit, the tarps that we got, that was a major thing that they wanted, diapers for the kids.
Shaggy was able to secure several Starlink devices, which delivers fast satellite internet to remote areas so people could contact loved ones to let them know they were alive. The humanitarian, who has sold over 20 million records, has devoted half his career to charitable projects, is concerned about the psychological toll Hurricane Melissa is going to have on Jamaicans.
Just for the people themselves is the psychological effect that it's going to have on them, and the emotional effect, and that mental That's what I'm worried about, and I hope that is minimal.
I hate to do this, but I gotta call it out while we're in action for all of those people that say, why you always watching Fox? So because we watching Fox, does that mean that Shaggy didn't really do what he just did? I have to call it out on all points. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You people that worry about what the platform is that we watch. Listen to what happens, and you're a human being with a brain. You make your own judgments. Let's keep on moving.
Well, to help, donate to Global Empowerment Mission, also known as GEM, foodforthepoor.org, support Jamaica, and the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation to ensure your donation reaches those in need.
Global Empowerment Mission, GEM, foodforthepoor.org, supportjamaica.gov.jm, the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation. Out of all of them, I would put the money with the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but yeah, I think that Shaggy gonna make sure that they get what they need to get, because he gonna do it gorilla style. Mr. Lover Lover, Mr. Lover Lover, I am a Mr. Bombastic, I'm not fantastic. Whoa. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content. SCOTUS, again, decision could hold. Matter of fact, no. Let's pray for everybody in Jamaica as well as Shaggy and give him long life and much respect and love. And Lord, please help them out as much as you possibly can. We ask that today. Amen. Keep on moving forward, because SCOTUS decision could hold the federal age of mid-operations in Chicago. Before, it used to be hard to sue the federal government. Now, it's going to be real hard to sue the federal government, even if you get hit by a bus. Yes. It's like, what are you talking about, even if you get hit by a bus? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard.
Historically, it has been extremely difficult to sue the federal government if you believe your rights were violated. But now all that could change because of a recent U.S. Supreme Court decision.
What do you feel for those families in that South Shore raid?
Oh, that was horrible. The federal raid on this 130-unit apartment building at 75th and South Shore in September has led to a congressional investigation by the Homeland Security and Judiciary Committees.
They had little children and old people outside and in handcuffs.
You're just raiding the whole building. Federal agents from the FBI, ATF, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection, using flashbang grenades and battering rams, trampled through these apartments. It's ridiculous. In this October 6th letter to Department of Homeland Security Director Kristi Noem and Attorney General Pamela Bondi, ranking Democrats accuse federal agents of violence against innocent people, including children swept up and taken away wearing little clothing. In cell phone video, you can see this one wrapped in a blanket.
And that's a little girl, and she's out here down there naked.
Just imagine the sort of traumatic experience that it is to have your door blown open in the middle of the night or in the very early morning. And now imagine that you're 4 or 5 years old and you can't even really process what's going on, even in the aftermath.
Patrick Jacobo is a lawyer for the Institute for Justice, a nonprofit which provides legal support for people accusing the federal government of abusing constitutional rights.
If you are harmed by a federal officer, you can do something about that now.
Giacomo's expecting a tidal wave of lawsuits nationwide against federal agents, and not just for raids like what happened in South Shore, but also lawsuits filed by U.S. citizens and non-citizens in communities impacted the most by federal agents over the last several months for allegations of excessive force, wrongful arrest, wrongful detention, and other injuries.
I know you guys might not side with what I'm about to say, but I think the other side of that needs to be determined and also added to law as well. Meaning, okay, if you want to sue us for what we do, like pushing you and locking you up and certain things like that, there should be something to designate what the term should be. So basically, if you all up in my face, spitting in my face, yelling and screaming and all that, how much of that do I have to actually take is what I'm trying to say. What should be the amount of, of the amount of crap that I got to take from you before I have to lock you up? Yeah, because you got some people out here nowadays screaming in their face, banging on the door, breaking into the place and all of that. Think about that. Happy Friday. Sorry about socialist win for mayor. Starbucks is on me today. Thank you so much, because I need it. That's going to be something I'm going to have to deal with for a while now. I'm over here just like sticking my toe in the pool right now, trying to figure out when I'm leaving or what's going on, because everybody else is already running. I'm still nervous. Thank you, Merck. I really appreciate you. Where you been? Everybody thank Merck for coming through for the 1999 Super Chat. We sure do appreciate it. Merck, no, I still got to pay for these suits some kind of way, right? Let's get on over to somebody who's finally decided it's time to hang it up. Yes, someone that you know and love, Nancy Pelosi, announces she won't be seeking re-election, but there's a little more that goes along with this story. So I had to pull up another story just to make sure that you guys see what's going on here, because it actually goes into a little bit of Schumer as well, but wanted you guys to get it, so let's go.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing she will not run for re-election next year, ending a nearly 40-year career in Congress. Let's get right to Aisha Hasni. She's live on Capitol Hill with more on that for us. Hello, Aisha.
Sandra, the question now is who follows her? Who's next when it comes to retirements here on Capitol Hill? Nancy Pelosi making this announcement on X by posting this video here as a goodbye to San Francisco, her district. She doesn't give a clear answer, a clear reason as to why she is stepping aside now, but
she made a bunch of dough. She's already getting called out. She's falling asleep while she's at the podium. It's about to be a wrap for her anyway, her and Chuck, because it's time for a new era. I got a lot that I could possibly say what I think. I'm sorry, but my back is itching like crazy right now. I'm so sorry, y'all.
everybody knows she's part of this old guard in the Democratic Party that's been hanging on to power for decades now. Well, that all might be changing after the big Mamdani win Tuesday night. Progressive AOC made it very clear the establishment needs to get out of their way. The very next day, Senator Bernie Sanders crashed Chuck Schumer's press conference and criticized leadership for not supporting Mamdani. And now, yet another progressive is saying Tuesday should be a warning to Schumer, who, by the way, did not endorse Zohran Mamdani for mayor. Watch this.
Is it time for him to maybe take a note from Speaker Nancy Pelosi?
I think everybody has to understand what the mood in the country is, that people want
Somebody
fighters.
said jail
Should
time.
Tuesday's election be a warning to him that he's got to...
Absolutely. I think it should be a warning. Just caving to the easiest road, you know, and not getting a victory, not using our power for what we need to use is I think is not going to be acceptable.
So you're not calling on Schumer to step aside right now?
I got to go.
She had to go. She didn't want to answer that question, Sandra. Look, Republicans are trying to seize Tuesday's election night wins.
Well, it was too late. Y'all already seen what happened with that, but they still, that's why I want to bring you up to what was still going on. Chuck, you can still be out of there, and you know that they aiming for you. They like this on Chuck right now. They like this. They're like, and you didn't endorse the Swami, Mamdani? Ooh, you got a problem coming, buddy. We got to keep on moving forward to... We going over to Mother Russia. Remember, Iran, #1. Russia, #1. USA, P. I'm talking about none other than Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Anybody that knows what I'm talking about, I just took it real far back, didn't I? Let's go over to Russia, where Putin makes a major move after Trump announces the nuclear plan. So he's planning to, guess what? I ain't even going to drop the bomb on it. I'm going to let Trump say what he's planning on doing because it's right at the end. And I love the plan because I think it's good for everybody.
Russian President Vladimir Putin pushing forward with nuclear tests a week after President Trump suggested that the United States would conduct our own. But Trump says there's another path.
We're the #1 nuclear power, which I hate to admit because it's so horrible.
Right.
It's such a horrible situation if it ever has to be.
I hate it
Russia's
too.
second, China's a distant third, but they'll catch us within 4 or 5 years. They want to catch us, and they'll be able to catch us, and we're maybe working on a plan to denuclearize
That's the plan.
three of us. So we'll see if that works.
Here to react is Fox News senior correspondent Benjamin Hall. Round of applause for Benjamin. Guys, in person, you're going to be presenting tonight.
Yes, sir.
So, the president rocked the world when he said we're going to start nuclear testing first time since the early 90s. and now he's saying the goal would be to denuclearize.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the back and forth between Russia and the US on this. I mean, President Putin was clearly responding to what President Trump said, but there are some caveats under that. It would take Russia months, if not years, to prepare for a proper nuclear test. And the Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, told Fox on Sunday that, in fact, the US were not going to test the explosives, they were going to test the system around them. So perhaps in one sense, this is a bit of back and forth bluster. But there are underlying issues when it comes to the nuclear facilities around the world. You know, Russia tested its new nuclear missile a month ago. It tested its nuclear-powered torpedo a month ago. The US tested one last week. You see China building up its nuclear facilities. Massively increasing its number of weapons.
I honestly wish that it was a Superman that really lived. You know, you guys know my story on all of the nuclear, right? Superman just comes in and takes everybody's and puts them on his back and pushes them into the sun. Y'all remember that movie, right? One of my favorites. Yes, I'm a big movie and TV buff. I love it. Let's keep on moving forward now. What we gonna do? Nah, we're not gonna talk no more about that shutdown. I'm tired of that. What we gonna do? Oh yeah, we're going over to Minnesota. We gotta cut. They cut some laws up to $4 million lawsuit. This is the one I wanted you guys to see. This is pretty crazy because this man literally, you're gonna see it. He gets hit by a bus and. They kind of changed the laws so that they don't have to give him the $4 million settlement that they were supposed to give him. Check this out, y'all. This is crazy. Let's open up this screen. Double tap the screen if you guys appreciate the content. Get those likes up. If you have not already, please share and like. And please go ahead and become a member to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. The notification button is right there. That's that bell. It lets you know when we're on. Let's keep on going. Thank you. Let's go.
Top story this half hour is capping civil damages. Now, juries can award millions of dollars for pain and suffering, but in Minnesota, statutes limit the payout by public institutions.
I got hit by a bus, and I'm still going through this, and I never wanted to go through it at all. I wanted this to be over, but to claim that there's no fault is something beyond me, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, video here as a man is struck by a bus in a Minneapolis crosswalk and then dragged underneath. Somehow, he survived and is now suing Metro Transit because of his injuries. Now, another victim recently won a $4 million verdict after he was run over by a bus.
But Fox 9 investigator Paul Bloom tells us Metro Transit will only have to pay a fraction of that amount.
On a motorized skateboard, in the crosswalk, Bradley LeGrid is certain he had the walk signal when he tried crossing Lake Street here at Hennepin Avenue in February 2024.
I remember feeling something, and then I put my hands up, and then I looked, and it was the bus right next to me.
As the bus turned left, LeGrid was run over and dragged down the block.
It's terrifying, honestly. I feel like it's mortifying for anybody to see something like that.
And very clearly, he did not slow down, didn't stop, didn't try to avoid the impact at all, just barrels over Brad and keeps going.
I had fractures in pretty much every bone, even including my vertebrae in my spine, but my spinal cord was undamaged. But I shattered both my femurs, my pelvis was split in half, and it's just changed my life drastically.
LeGrid is now suing Metro Transit and its driver for, quote, negligently driving the bus and then running over him, causing serious injuries.
Bus drivers, our commercial operators, are held to a higher standard of.
Do you guys see this any other way than it's being portrayed here? Do you guys see it as, why was he driving in that area? Why was he getting in front of the bus? Do you guys see anything like that? I like to look at both sides of the coin now. I want to see what you guys have to say. Let's go. If we're hiring quality people, that wouldn't happen. Hey, Liberty. Okay, Scary. Harris put, okay, I wonder what, no, nobody's on topic today. Okay, yeah, it's nobody on topic. Okay. No one's on topic. Was he driving? Okay, was he driving? Yeah, he was driving a scooter. Looking for a payout. Okay. What is their insurance for? Train wrecks, planes fall from the sky, subways, murders, vehicles, tragedies. Okay. No, I do not. Okay. What else we got? Thanks for staying on topic. Pull the video of him crossing the street. He wasn't crossing the street. He was on a scooter. And he got in front of, but oh yeah, you know what? Somebody said he was in a crosswalk. Lawrence said he had the green crosswalk sign. They said it there too. He had it. They said somebody said he should get some compensation. He was awarded $4 million, but now the government is saying that they're only going to give him $500,000. That's what I want to know. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a fair amount for him to get for being in a tragic event like that? You know, I know that there's no fault and you got to get something under no fault, but when is it, you know, how much should they get? Okay, let's go now. Let me get right up to speed, get you guys up to what's going on here, because I got to bring you guys up to some information about Jeffrey Epstein's survivor. I'm talking about her right here. I forgot her name already, Lisa. And she's basically going to give us a little bit of information of how he basically did a little bit of the coercing. Lisa Phillips. This is information that was from a video taken from the Shade Room that I really wanted you guys to see because it has a lot of backstory. Lisa is now speaking about what Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell did to her. I just want you guys to see the backstory of what's going on here, as well as this brand new interview.
And just talking and stuff. And
so she's talking about when she's talking to Jeffrey Epstein, when he's getting to know her, the questions that he asks. And this is when she was a minor. Let's go.
That's when someone knocked on the door, and it was one of the other young girls from the
pool.
Yeah, okay. And from dinner, and she just said, "Jeffrey's ready for your massage." And so at that point, that was the first I had heard of a massage. I didn't know anything about this man that I met, except for that he was very charming and very nice, and he paid a lot of attention to me at dinner and asked me a lot of questions. And
what kind of questions did he ask you?
well, he was really good at getting kind of into my psyche, like where are you from, and what's your family life like, and what's your relationship with your father and your siblings, and what are your dreams and aspirations, and all these questions that most men don't ask you.
Yeah.
You know, most men talk about themselves most of the time, but this one was like honed in on like, who are you? And I want to know more about you, and you're so interesting. And
So you're feeling special.
yeah, it was super. Yeah, special to have this, older, interesting, definitely smart, man, interested. But it was more like a mentor kind of thing.
Okay.
It wasn't like a playboy or those type of vibes. And as a child, I had grown up in Oxford, England,
Right.
and he found that really interesting.
Okay.
And then, I just felt really comfortable with him. I didn't really think that much of it. So now we're in the bedroom, and I was told that I have to do this massage. And I said to the other girl, like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, well, Jeffrey kind of likes these massages. You just have to do it. And I just, I went back and forth with her a little bit on that, but I ended up, just agreeing and just going with her. And I left that room and walked over.
Yo, do your boy a favor, please. Let's double tap that screen. I'm over here exerting my arm, getting you guys this content straight from the horse's mouth of what this freak pills netophile used to do. Come on now, hold your boy down. Let's go.
To his room.
Okay.
And we opened the door, we walked in, and he was naked on a massage table. And, face down. And
what did you think at that moment when you walk into this room and you see him naked on the massage table? Like, what goes through your mind?
it was just like,
Yeah.
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It was just, everything was really odd, but I didn't feel in any danger. I just thought, okay, maybe I have to do this creepy massage. Like, it hadn't shifted yet.
Okay.
So it was an actual massage.
Okay.
And, real massage techniques. So it did start off as a massage.
Okay.
And then things shifted. And he went a little dark with the way that he was speaking to me and her, and asked weird questions, like, do you have a boyfriend? And,
While you're
are you
giving the
having
massage?
Yes, like weird stuff, And I was in my early 20s. I wasn't a teenager, but I was in my early 20s, off the plane from Belgium. Like, I wasn't really aware of these types of things.
Yeah.
But, long story short, he abused me and the other girl that evening. And, I just kind of ran out of there with her and went back to that room and kind of just looked at the ceiling all night and was just like, what the f is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? And she didn't really have that many answers for me. I feel like.
Had she been there before? Like, through this before?
I didn't know at the time. She was maybe 22, like she was young too, and
See, I don't know, you guys. People in the comments are going both ways with this interview. They're saying it's questionable. Somebody else is saying, well, I'm getting paid for it. She's doing a little quirky laughing. Is that a defense mechanism? I don't know, you guys, and I'm not going to make any speculation. Let's stay in New York real quick because we got to go over to meet Nicholas Tartaglia. Part 1, Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate. A little bit of information I thought that you guys might find interesting. I always tell you, sometimes you got to go back to the history to find out what's really going on here. Meet Nick Tartaglia, audio only.
My name is Nick Tartaglia. Some of you might know me better as the killer cop, or even more infamously as the guy who shared a cell with Jeffrey Epstein before he committed suicide. But what you don't know about me is I'm innocent. I've been in prison for 8 years now, and I'm innocent. I have all the evidence to prove it. The jury never saw any of it, not a shred of it. The case was investigated and handled by crooked FBI agents. These guys planted evidence, they tampered with evidence, they spliced videos together, and they intimidated witnesses. One of these witnesses was a Mexican man named Marcos Cruz, who was in the country illegally. Marcos Cruz was involved with the cartel. I had no idea what Marcos Cruz was into or involved with, but I hired him to work on my animal rescue farm. I rescued mostly dogs, horses, cats. Marcos Cruz actually confessed to these murders. He even led the FBI to where he buried the bodies. But they beat him into retracting his confession. They threatened to deport his wife and put his kids in foster care. After they did that, Marcos pointed the finger at me. I have the video evidence of this. Marcos withdrew his confession and then said whatever the FBI wanted him to say.
Now, this is supposed to be a crooked cop that's talking about his case and how you wound up getting arrested in the first place.
Every day I wake up behind bars knowing the truth, but most of the world only knows the lies. It's funny, even Marcos' own brother, Miguel Velasquez, told the FBI that I wasn't involved. He said it was all Marcos, and that Marcos had fallen in with some bad people. They offered his brother a visa to point the finger at me. The brother refused, saying that wasn't the truth. But what did the FBI do? They deported him. The prosecutor in this case was a woman named Maureen Comey. Back in 2016, when this case was being investigated, and when I was arrested, she was fresh out of law school. And the head of the FBI at that time was her father, James Comey. Given the proof of corruption that I now have, that we've uncovered, it's hard to see this as anything other than a setup. It's the same way she set up Ghislaine Maxwell. Once Epstein was dead and out of the way, Maxwell was an easy win for her. The jury never saw any of this. Truth didn't fit their agenda. And everybody listening out there, why should you guys care about this? Why should you give a damn about me or any of this? Well, because what happened to me could happen to you, could happen to your family, could happen to your husband, your son, your brother, your daughter.
Remember when that bodyguard came out and said, P. Diddy hired me to have the number 6 with Cassie, and y'all thought he was crazy years ago? What y'all think about that? Never turn down information until you investigate it. If it comes from Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS, BBC, whoever it comes from, even me, investigate it. Make sure that you guys get your own determinations. We got to keep on moving forward now, because now the reason I did that build up is because Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate claims the Pills Nedophile was offered freedom in order to implicate who? None other than Donald Trump. Let's go with it, y'all. Let's keep it going. This show gonna get real hot in a minute. Watch this. The former cellmate of Jeffrey Epstein has claimed that the deceased 6 trafficker was offered freedom by prosecutors if he implicated Donald Trump. is the guy you just heard him talking, Nick Tartaglia, who used to be a police officer. Epstein shared a cell with the ex-cop Nicholas Tartaglione after he was transferred to the Manhattan's Metro Correctional Center in Tartaglione, later convicted of a quadruple pow-pow charge revealed Epstein was offered a deal if he snitched on then-President Trump. Post obtained an ex-cop's claims from a pardon application filed in July. The dog even looks suspect like. The dog even looks suspect like, I don't know about this guy. Could you get your hands off me? Because you know dogs always know the truth. Dogs could tell, dogs are very innocent. They can tell what's going on. I look at them like they're little possible little baby angels. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys. What y'all think about that? What do you guys think about that? Yeah, we're going to break now. We got to go back to the Oval Office because we got a little more news because someone basically fell out. I don't know what happened to this gentleman, but he was there. They was doing a little bit of talking and back and forth. And the next thing you know, this guy, he fell to the ground. Check this out. Medical emergency interrupts Oval Office press briefing.
Today is about freeing Americans from the weight, literally and figuratively, that holds us back. It's about unlocking the potential of every citizen to live fully, to contribute fully, and to find joy in their health. We cannot reach our full potential as a nation if we do not reach our full potential as individuals. And we cannot reach our full potential as individuals if we are not healthy. Thanks to Nova and Lily for showing up so constructively over the last several months to make this possible. In particular, thanks to you, Mr. President, for again demonstrating that you fight for every American, this time for potential. It's now my sincere pleasure to first introduce Dave Ricks from Lilly and then Mike Dustar from Nova.
How about not?
Great, thank you, Chris. It's truly an honor to be here today for this historic step forward to expand access to a class of medications that can fundamentally change the arc of chronic disease in our country. Of course, these are the incretin or GLP-1 agonist that we've been speaking about. For nearly 150 years, my company, Eli Lilly, has been investing in America. We've been advancing science and creating high-value jobs. But today, are you okay? Gordon, you okay? Yeah.
Yeah, we got to pray for him and make sure that he gets okay. I don't know what happened there. It looks like a possible, heart attack or something like that. I don't know what's going on, but terrible. I hope he gets better and I hope he feels healthy. And let's let the gentleman get over this. They didn't say his name or anything, but yes, we got to pray for him. That's why I wanted you guys to see the whole thing so you know what I was talking about. I'm going to try and hope that he gets through this and get his health back. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got 3 more that have been arrested in that terror plot. Let's keep on going, you guys. I go every single place when it comes down to this news. Let's get it. Let's go. We got to get on over to Detroit. Come on, y'all.
So right now, a total of 5 suspects are facing charges in connection with an alleged ISIS-inspired terror plot on Halloween.
Todd Pyro joins us with the details on the 3 new arrests. Todd?
This is absolutely terrifying, guys. Good morning. Officials revealing 2 men were arrested in New Jersey, 1 in Michigan this week, bringing the total number of people arrested in this case now to 5. In Michigan, the 19-year-old brother of one of the men previously charged was arrested yesterday. It follows his brothers and another man arrest in Dearborn last Friday. All 3 charged with conspiring to provide material support to ISIS and with having firearms that would be used to commit an act of terrorism on behalf of the radical Islamic terror group. Federal prosecutors say they allegedly acquired AR-15 style rifles, practiced shooting at gun ranges, and scouted gay bars in preparation for the alleged attack.
Whoa.
Then in New Jersey, a 19 and 21-year-old were also arrested this week. Take a look, video showing one of the suspect's family members leaving court last night after their relative was taken into custody at Newark Liberty Airport, allegedly with plans to leave the U.S. and to join ISIS in Syria.
Got
Under
him.
President Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi's leadership, protecting the homeland from radical Islamic terrorism and violent extremism is one of the Justice Department's highest
Come on,
priorities.
y'all. Double tap.
The President's
Get those
directives to
lights
federal law
up.
enforcement are very clear. Act quickly, work together, and stop threats before innocent people are harmed.
Officials say 2 juveniles were also linked to this plot. Stay tuned, Ainsley.
Yeah, but they got away. They didn't really do anything to them. I guess they're going to be monitored or something like that. But yeah, the 16-year-old that they put that screen around his head, that was a 16-year-old right there. The other ones were 19 and 20 and 22. I didn't get the ages on the other two. We got to keep on moving forward to the Bronx now. We're going over to New York. New York, I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. Let's keep on going, y'all. Gonna go over to the Bronx where these officials give an update on the Bronx boom car explosions that set off a whole bunch of other explosions. You guys heard about this yesterday. We reported it. Want you guys to see what's going on with this. This is crazy right here. Check it out.
A breaking update from the top of the hour. 7 firefighters in the hospital following this massive car explosion in the Bronx.
Fox Eye's Linda Schmidt is live in the Bronx where officials just gave an update. Linda, what they have to say?
Well, first of all, those 7 firefighters are still being treated here at Jacoby. I'm going to get into their conditions here in just one moment, but the chief of department with the FDNY telling us that this is how it started. There was a bunch of garbage that was on the street. That caught on fire. That fire then spread to several cars that were parked on the street, and then there was this massive explosion. And the way they described it is this wall of fire came at the firefighters. Now, we have video of that explosion, and you can hear the explosion. Take a listen. Oh my goodness, you can hear people screaming on that video there. This happened about 7 o'clock tonight on Westchester Avenue at the Intervale Avenue intersection at Kelly Street. Now, this is in the Longwood section of the Bronx. Fire marshals are on the scene investigating, and an FDNY hazmat unit was also brought in. Now, take a look at this video here. You can see one of the firefighters on a stretcher. Again, 7 of them were injured. Now, I am being told they are all going to be okay, but they do have burns. Their injuries are serious, but not life-threatening, but they do have burns to their hands, and some of them have burns on their faces. Again, fire officials saying it was like a wall of fire coming at these firefighters.
So you know what they did, right? I'm going to tell you what I think happened, because I be in New York all the time. We got these cuckoo for Cocoa Puff people that's walking around the streets, and due to the fact that now you have to have your garbage out at 8 o'clock, because it alternates, you know, in every city, it alternates. So now the super puts the garbage out, you can see it, it's in the street behind the vehicle. That's his way of trying to help sanitation so that they don't got to drag it from the sidewalk. So he just put it in the street in the same area that the car is parked, right? So some thunderunt, kid, crazy person walks by, sets that garbage on fire, and you guys see the rest of what I'm talking about. It don't take me long to figure out what goes on in New York. I should actually be a politician because I can figure out a lot of this nonsense. Now they need to find a videotape to see if there's any corroborating information to find out if there's anybody that possibly set that garbage on fire. Because the garbage ain't gonna get set on fire by itself unless it's a battery that started going or whatever like that, or some sort of combustible item may have started it. If not, some human did that. We're going to keep on moving forward right now. I can tell by where the garbage is at and everything. I am a super, used to be, always did the garbage, and I know what the hell I'm talking about. Some thunderunt came by and set that garbage on fire. Keep on moving over to Frederick County. Former Safe Street supervisor been arrested for being found in drug possession. I can't believe this is the one that they're talking about, though, because I think they may have had the wrong video. I think they might have the wrong video right here, because this guy don't look like no former Safe Streets supervisor here. I think they got the wrong picture with this one.
Former Safe Street supervisor David Caldwell has been captured in Frederick a week after a warrant went out when he missed a court appearance. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Maxine Stryker. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost has been tracking this case.
Maybe
she
it
takes
is.
us
I don't
through
know.
how Caldwell was captured and the charges he faces.
David Caldwell was the site supervisor for the Bel Air Edison Safe Streets location 2 years ago. Now, after skipping out on a court appearance for felony drug charges, Caldwell is back in custody, but questions still remain about transparency when it comes to the Safe Streets program. David Caldwell is facing felony drug charges and was supposed to show up to court in Baltimore City on October 27th. Instead of trial getting underway, the judge issuing a warrant for Caldwell's arrest since he failed to appear. A week later, Wednesday morning, the Baltimore City Sheriff's Office says the Special Operations Division tracked Caldwell to a house just outside of Frederick, Maryland. There, deputies say Caldwell was found hiding in a closet. In February, Caldwell was seen by police involved in alleged drug deals. According to court documents, police say they found a brown paper bag inside Caldwell's suspected vehicle, which was found to contain a black wrapped brick police believed was cocaine. The court records go on to say the BPD detective knows that high-level narcotics traffickers will package their cocaine in pressed packages in a square brick shape, weighing about 1 kilogram. Attorney Jeremy Eldridge is not affiliated.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about that one right there because I just can't call it. Sometimes it gets past me. Let's keep on moving forward because now we got these teens in the Bronx that's been caught breaking down somebody's door. That's why for 2 reasons, if I live in the Bronx, and when I did, I made sure that I had 2 things, a pow and a pit bull. And no, you can't come pet my pit bull. Oh, the dog is so cute. Yo, why your dog like that? Because I live in the Bronx. Sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. Back in those days when I lived in the Bronx, yeah, my pit bull, you weren't going to be able to touch my pit bull because I needed him for security. I apologize for all of the pit bull people that, oh, let me pet him and stuff like that. All you're going to hear is, hakafa. I go in the store, I put him on the gate, and somebody come over there trying to, oh, look at the dog. Hey, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm sorry, but he's trained to not be petted by people, number 1. Number 2, somebody will put something in some food and try to ills noise in your dog. Trust me, I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. So do me a favor, don't touch my dog. I'm not like everybody else. Oh, he needs to be out here with the... No. A punk pit bull is of no use to me. He need to earn his money if I live in the Bronx. You need a pit bull and a pow. For the same reason what y'all about to see right now. Because as soon as they would have kicked that door and it would have flung open, yeah, it would have been Benny Hill out there. I'm talking about that dog would have been hot on their tails. For real. Let's go.
A Throgs Neck man is demanding answers after teens were caught on camera kicking in his door.
You live on a ground level, right outside where people can walk up to? You already wrong. And in the Bronx? Yeah, okay.
12's Natalie Hernandez has a closer look at the exclusive video.
Take a look at this video. The scary moments. The 2 teens.
So all I'm saying is at that point, door comes open. Pit bull / cane corso comes out, catches a calf. Oh my God, my leg. Then all of a sudden it's going to turn to pit bull attacks a boy in the Bronx. You see what I'm saying? They ain't going to talk about the door and what they did to homeboy crib though, right? Yeah, that's why New York don't pay. Because when you win, you lose. You lose. Trust me. I would have, soon as he opened the door, soon as they kicked that door open, how you doing? Oh, goddamn, why did we kick? You never kick another door open again.
Run up to a home on Weissman Avenue wearing masks. One of them kicking the front door with full force. The other one kicks it again shortly after. We spoke to the homeowner, Michael, who didn't want to show his face on camera.
We saw our door was completely kicked off the hinges, completely caved in, the locks, everything was just broken, shattered wood all over the floor.
He said he was driving home from trick-or-treating this past Friday with his 9-year-old when he saw the crew running out of his driveway.
This was always our safe place, and the fact that someone could just come and feel comfortable enough to kick down a door and then take off running, it takes away that sense of security.
The family filed a report with the 45th Precinct, and they also posted the video to the Ring app. They got several comments from neighbors saying the same crew targeted them. Michael hopes police will track down the teens and that the community will continue to come forward with information.
Nah, man, they need the booby trap set up. Let the door be nice and ready to be kicked open and have a little kennel right there set up for Fang. Have Fang in there and don't feed him for like 2 days. Soon as they kick the door, boom, boom, it's gonna actually actuate the door to come open and let Fang just come on out. They're gonna be like, oh my God, what the hell? Yeah, man, I bet you the whole crew would be like, dog, we ain't doing that no more, dog. You see what happened to Anthony's leg? He almost got, yeah, exactly. Oh, what? Then the dog gonna get in trouble. But hey, sometimes you gotta do your job. Let's go. That's what I said. You get a nice pit bull, put it right behind the door. You kick my door open, right? Just, you looking for somebody. There he go. He live here. Whoop! They be out there like Benny Hill out this motherfucker, boy, trying to jump on cars and everything. Let's get on over to Seattle, where this grandmother, I don't even want to say this. Oh man, how did she get? No, I don't believe this. Nope, I'm not even gonna say it. A grandmother? No, this is not true. This is not true. What? No. How did a grandmother get powered at the ATM, y'all? In Seattle? Oh man, let's go. Seattle, Washington, y'all need to get right.
Tonight, a 67-year-old grandmother shot during an attempted robbery at an ATM wants you to see what happened to her. As a warning to always be on alert when using the machine. She's preparing to face the shooter in court when he's sentenced on Friday. A word of caution, the video you are about to see is not graphic, but it may be troubling to some sensitive viewers. How painful is this right now, walking?
It's
Thank
painful.
you, Sinead.
It's been
Sinead,
19
82.
months since Tina Rothert was shot 3 times during a robbery attempt, once in her stomach and twice in her left thigh.
Right here is one bullet wound. There's another bullet wound here. I have another here. I have 8 wounds because of entry and exit, plus one of the bullets that struck my leg broke my femur and fragmented, so some of the fragments came out.
She's still in physical therapy twice a week.
I can't walk very far without the use of an aid. A little bit, more than I was 6 months ago, but very limited.
Here's why. On April 5th of last year, Tina stopped at the ATM in Covington to deposit a check. She had just put her card in the machine when 2 20-year-olds, Trice Pavlovanje and Colby Delamar, surprised her. What do they say to you when they come up?
They said, take $1,000 out of the machine. You're going to give me $1,000 right now.
Tina was trying to explain to Trice that her bank has a limit on withdrawals.
He was having no part of it. He says, I know you can, and you're going to do it right now. And I said, no, I can't. And he shoved me out of the way.
Delamar was holding her at gunpoint.
Somehow, somewhere, I managed to yell, help me. Don't ask me how. I just know it came out. And as soon as I said that, he turned and fired.
Tina fell back to the ground.
I think he was just angry because he didn't get the money.
The ATM's camera shows Trice jump at the sound of the gunfire, and then the two of them race away. They took off in a silver Nissan Sentra. Could you believe you'd been shot?
No.
I'm telling you, they're doing this Grand Theft Auto stuff. I'm telling you, these are these kids out here playing these video games. They jumping out like mods and they doing the same thing. Have no respect for age, no respect for humanity, no respect for Christ or our being. This is crazy. And they need to be handled like adults or worse. Shot that lady. Come on, man.
A nearby store worker heard the gunfire and raced to help stop the bleeding. Tina's 10-year-old granddaughter was in the car and saw everything.
I know that Haley has got some serious anxiety with all of this. She's very protective of me.
You haven't been back to that ATM since it happened, but what's it like just being this far from it?
Right now it's okay. My back is to the ATM, but I have also been doing physical therapy right down there for the last 19 months. So it's what my therapist calls, conditional exposure, which helps you get over some of the trauma.
Tina's path to recovery has been paved with pain and PTSD.
Fireworks, cars backfiring, popping balloons. 4th of July was 2 weeks of hell, for lack.
She got 2 rods in her leg and 2 pins over there. I saw that. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. No limit to what they out here doing. I want to pray for this lady and for her family as well as her granddaughter Haley. Hope that she can get over this in this tragic event. This is bananas. Just want everybody to try to come together more. And I'm glad that that one person did come to her aid, because she did get some love right after that anger and that stupidity and ignorance happened to her. Want to pray for energy as well as her 100% recovery. Amen. Try to move forward on that one, y'all. Let's get on over to Alabama. And this lady gonna get what she deserved. This Simmons woman, she's facing manslaughter charges after what she did to her child. And this was real stupid. Making the police have to chase you for no reason, and then your child gets involved in a situation where your child loses their life. She deserves it. Let's get on over to talk about this story right here. I want to make sure you guys see this story before y'all leave today. Let's go.
First tonight, a Sims woman facing multiple charges after a crash killed a boy believed to be her son.
And this is a story that we've been following throughout the day. Our Brendan Kirby back in the studio with your timeline.
And Brendan, police say this escalated quickly.
Yeah, that's right, Cameron and Lanice. They say that they initially wanted to talk to the woman about a report of a relatively minor crime, but they say it escalated to assault and then what turned out to be a deadly crash.
Stupid.
This was the scene early Tuesday morning after an Infiniti SUV crashed into a light pole at the intersection of Schillinger and Howes Ferry Roads in Mobile after midnight.
Didn't have to.
Police say a young boy died while another young boy was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Both are believed to be the children of Delisha Millette, who's now charged with manslaughter and faces additional charges of first-degree robbery, resisting arrest, assaulting a police officer, assault with bodily fluids, and eluding. Sims Police Chief Todd Friend says it started Monday afternoon when an officer responded to the Publix for a report of a woman stuffing 3 or 4 items into her backpack.
When the officer confronted the suspect, she took off running. The officer caught up to her, and the struggle ensued. And she was able to get her hands, her fingers inside of the officer's eyes.
Chief Friend says Millette tried to gouge the officer's eyes and bit him before getting away. Investigators learned that the woman lives less than a mile away on Dyson Boulevard. After hours of searching, the chief says, police got a tip that she was at the house. He says Millette fled in her SUV and that an officer pursued but quickly broke off after learning that children were in the vehicle.
He slowed down, basically let her go. We can only assume why she kept driving at a high rate of speed.
Chief Friend says Millette had no active warrants and doesn't appear to have a criminal record. He says he has no idea why she would race at speeds exceeding 80 miles per hour over something so trivial.
You can't put people's lives at risk acting recklessly.
Chief Friend explains that the robbery charge stems from the original shoplifting report. He says that it's robbery because Millette threatened to use a weapon on an employee who had confronted her. She's in jail now and is expected to have a bond hearing in the morning. Reporting live in the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
No, I don't condone anything that happened at the end of it and losing the child's life, but I had to pay attention to the beginning of this story, where it all originated from her shoplifting, which must mean that she didn't have money and was trying to possibly get some food for her children. So with that regard, that started all of this, that's the sad point right there. Everything that happened with the chain of effects that happened after that just was buildup of the chain of effects. Still want to pray for the child that lost his life in this tragic event, as well as everybody that was involved in it. Hope the other child that was in the hospital has a full recovery. Pray for everybody in this event on both sides of the story. Amen. Terrible. Let's get on over to the United Kingdom real quick. We got this criminal network behind these UK mini marts, illegally set up. This is something that the news actually basically went through and did themselves as far as like watching and going and doing some real like investigative reporting on this one. Hey, I want you guys to stick around for a minute. I got some other like 2 or 3 real more stories that's coming up that you guys will be intrigued about. Hold me down for these 2 minutes right here.
Hello to you. We begin with the BBC investigation into organised crime on high streets across Britain involving illegal working, fraud and tax evasion. Undercover reporters have discovered just how easy it's been for asylum seekers to set up mini-marts, barbershops and car washes, evading the authorities as part of a crime network stretching from Dundee to South Devon. Ed Thomas is our top story tonight.
For months, we've been undercover inside a Kurdish high street crime network. We've uncovered a hidden world of ghost directors, tax evasion and illegal working.
He said, I got a headache from working so long.
Searching BBC News. We confront the people behind the criminality
Top story is yours. Oh, no, it's your mini-mart.
to reveal the full story
I'm talking about your mini-marts.
of how mini-marts selling illegal cigarettes
No, bro, no, you're lying.
have taken hold on British high streets.
And they got out.
This is where we started. Top Store, a high street mini-mart in Crewe. Inside, our undercover journalist, posing as an asylum seeker. He's here to meet this man, Serchi. He's Kurdish and says his asylum claim has been refused. But somehow, he says he owns this mini-mart and now wants to sell.
What's your final price? He's like, for you, 18,000. All like he's he's illegal, not even supposed to be there.
£18,000 cash out of sight of authorities.
Are you counting now? I will change your name and take you to the landlord right now. It'll be sorted out in 5 minutes.
A sale off the books, no documents.
Yeah, but what about the credit card machine in the bank account? I use my cousin's bank account for that.
And how does Serchi deal with utility bills?
And how to shut down the utility bills? He cuts off the power.
And what about tax?
The shop hasn't had council tax to pay.
And all this is driven by organised crime. The sale of counterfeit and smuggled illegal cigarettes.
Yeah, I know it's only cigarettes, you guys, but you have no idea what it's funding. How about this? What's in those cigarettes could be toxic, and if kids take it, could be harmful to your consumption. That's why I like to show stories like that, because you never know what's going to happen. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. We got this situation right here. This is the one I wanted you to see. Oklahoma, a teen who was convicted, he was convicted of the R word, and he did this on you got this body cam video of the police coming to get him. His mother is so sure that she's gonna get him out that she's like, oh yeah, whatever, let them take you. We'll come get you out. And to be honest about it, it's really bad because of the fact that how it went down. And this guy did get convicted for this charge that he's under right now, but the judge let him out. And that's something that we never good with. We never good with nothing like that. So I want you guys to see this real quick. Hold on a minute. It's right. Boom, boom, boom. Where we at? 15-year-old. No, where we at? There we go. Oklahoma teen. This is the body cam video shows this arrest of an Oklahoma teen convicted of the R word. Check this out. This story is crazy right here.
Kid from a connected family who was charged as an adult with 10 felonies back in March and who pleaded no contest to them in August. But by then, in the eyes of the state of Oklahoma, Jesse aged backwards from adult to youthful offender. And that meant the 78-year prison term that Jesse received also aged backwards. It was suspended, all 78 years suspended, and it was replaced by community service and counseling and a curfew. And if he keeps his nose clean until he turns 19, and he's 18 now, his record will be expunged. You won't be able to search any of the crimes that he committed. And can I tell you those documents? Wait for it. This is a sweet deal for sure, right? But he didn't know, and his mother didn't know that either when Stillwater police showed up to take him away. She may not even have known why the police were there, though it's hard to believe that Jessie didn't, and it's hard to believe based on what you hear her say at the top about what you're about to hear, that she didn't know anything. Here's Jessie Butler's so-called awful experience being held to account for his rapes.
More than
We're ready to honestly tell our story too. Yeah.
We're ready to obviously tell our story too. You're talking about more than one R word and she's still standing up like she's a thunter.
Mom, open the door. It's me.
Mother that just don't want to believe her son is a son is
And
a
if you'll just
suspect.
have him step out. Okay. Give me your wallet and phone and stuff. So, okay. Your what? They're in the car. Well, okay, it's fine. It's not locked or anything, is it? Okay. So, can you tell him what you just told me, or?
Yeah, so we're here, we're obviously gonna place you under arrest, there's a warrant for your arrest, we're gonna take you to the jail. I told your mom that she can contact a bondsman, and you shouldn't be very long, but there just is a process for paperwork and stuff. But right now you do have to come with us, and I do have to put you in handcuffs, so turn around for me.
She said you have to put him in handcuffs? You understand what he being charged with? You stunted her?
Transport somebody in custody. You know what?
I love you. You know we're going to win this. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. I'll get you out. For me?
I'll get you out. You hear me?
All right. Stay silent. Rick knows about this. Candy's on this. Dad's on his way. We're coming to get you, okay? Stay strong, okay? Say your prayers.
Okay, so he's gonna go right to the city of Stillwater jail, and if you'll just contact her, then she does this all the time, she knows what to do.
Yep.
Make sure
Okay.
she knows Stillwater Police Department, not county.
Stillwater Police Department on Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them know that
perfect.
we're the ones that picked him up.
And when you say we are
Stillwater PD.
Stillwater PD.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way they don't think he went like straight over and covered the county.
Awful experience for a child.
She said awful experience for a child. That's what the mother said as they walking him to the police car. This is an awful experience for a child. That's what she said.
Pat you down and spread your feet for me.
Now watch what happens. 2 R words. Watch what happened.
Besides that arrest video, the court released a thick stack of affidavits and motions and orders, and I could have spent the whole hours on these horrifying details in these papers. Details leading to charges of sexual battery, forcible oral sodomy, rape by instrumentation, domestic assault, and battery by strangulation that led to that surgery right there on that girl's neck. And a half dozen other charges. And then they added one more charge, right? Before he pleaded out, Butler was also charged with violating a protective order. Just imagine what you're facing and you violate a protective order. Anyway, the court documents are completely harrowing and extraordinarily detailed as to what Jesse Mack did to these girls, with a doctor concurring. You can read everything on our website after the program. Understandably, there's outrage in the community about the sweetheart deal that Jesse Butler got. And a rally is planned on Wednesday outside the courthouse where that happened. Organizers say they're protesting, and I quote, injustice in our legal system.
Thank you for watching. Homeboy got probation and right out, ain't getting no trouble. Why? Because he had a high-profile lawyer, he got money, and he comes from money. Terrible, tragic situation right there that you guys would not even known about if I wouldn't have reported it. Only reason I asked to get those likes up, to get more people up in here, to get to those stories and let you guys see what's going on out here. It's real. I'm not gonna play with you now. It's craziness going on out here everywhere. I want to bring you guys up to date on one of our friends. If you guys help to donate monetary to Nova, the pit bull that we always love and we always show a lot of respect to, because that's our boy. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Nova. Check this, guys. This is what Nova's been up to. We've got it queued up. As you guys know, Nova went through IVD surgery because he lost the usage of his back legs. Now it's about, I would say, about a month and a half out of surgery. He's going to treatment now, and he's been getting different treatments going. Check this out where he is right now, you guys. Let's go. This is him, Nova's first day with the physical therapist and the nurses. You guys that helped me donate to Nova, we appreciate you. Let's go.
Keep him pulled back, or maybe have somebody kind of push into his chest towards you so he's shifting way back.
I like that you're using the Warrior because I hate these ones. He probably looks a lot better with the more secure one. So I think it actually is perfect height for him and everything.
Okay.
That is just loose. And,
so the height is perfect. Okay.
Yeah, the height's good. I think it's these are supposed to be at their hip height, so that's perfect. And his feet.
He's such a people person. He's just so excited to be around people.
Good job, buddy. That's all sensory input. So yeah, use this as a tool to help you with some of these exercises. Good job.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do, because you're not getting acupuncture today, these are little points on his toes that are like acupuncture points, but I'm stimulating them with an E-stim little unit. Good job.
Because it sends little pulses and it makes him like jolt, and once they see the muscles moving, it actually helps him. Sam Champion, thank you so much. Send a cash app for coffee. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Good job. Yes.
You see his twitches is going on. He's
Look at him.
twitching.
Ooh, nice. Good job. Good job, bud.
And you know Lynn is happy. Her boy is getting better.
Good job. Nice. There we go.
Oh, he's him
Yeah.
pulsing them toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely get some booties, because you're good at scooting around too, buddy.
Look at him.
Ripping your feet up.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
Heck yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Good job.
I think that's what those marks are from, him dragging himself around. Because Nova, I'm going to tell you, I see it. I see him coming out of this. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you how I see him getting out of this. He's already starting to lift himself up, and that tail is wagging. When you see a pit bull wag their tail, it's like a helicopter. If that tail start wagging,
There you go.
Houston, we have ignition. Because that tail is so strong it could take them off like this.
Very good.
Pit bull tail. I know what I'm talking about. So check this out, you guys.
Kind of like not doing as well as flipping our feet over. There are little boots that you can they have like a little band you put around their ankle to like flip them up. And then we can try those too if we need to. But I think he's making pretty good progress even in the time that he's, post-op. So
Yes.
yeah, it looks good.
Really
Yes.
6 weeks, so
Yeah.
6 weeks.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, and once your skin kind of clears up a little bit, because I do see those little hives on it.
But we'll modify them based on what we talked about today. So I'll just make some specific notes.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the part I'm talking about. You got to pay attention to him. See, he's not, and he's wagging that tail.
Yeah. You gonna sleep good tonight, buddy.
So good.
I actually don't even think he needs that belly band on there. I think he's strong enough to just use his front legs.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I think that belly band be getting in the way when he tinkle.
Yeah, so I would just get rid of that. I don't
Okay,
think he needed it.
good.
Yeah.
All right, Nova. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what we all about over here. You guys put up some money and donated to Nova's fund, and it's because of you and because of us that we're getting that together. I want you guys to understand we got another charity that we're about to donate to. This one is called Carl's House. This one is a very serious one right here. We're going to start putting those posts up. I'm going to let you guys know about it, but we need to come together. Everybody that loves animals, I ain't asking everybody, but us crazy people like us that love animals like no tomorrow, if you guys are willing to start helping out with some of these rescues until I get my own, Let's get that going, because you know what I'm going for, right? I want to rescue, and a lot of you guys are going to be working with me at the rescue because you guys are dog lovers and animal lovers. So that's what I'm going to do when I retire. Anybody want to be down with that? Let's go ahead. No problem. It's the more people, the better for the animals. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And if you're trying to make some money, hit that link in the description where you'll be able to make up to $350 on a survey. That's right. We put surveys in the description so that you guys will be able to make some money. I'll make some money from you doing them, and you guys will make some money too. Some of those surveys, the ones that I search for, I try to find the high dollar value ones. Some say 15, 20 bucks. Bugatti be looking for the ones for 250, 350, 500, 1,000. Try to put some money in your pockets, especially with these times that's going on right now. Also, if you got a business you're trying to promote, I want to try to help you out with that too, because we're almost at the 60,000 subscriber mark. Well, we have 57 plus, but I look at that as being optimistic. We're about to be at 60,000. And if you guys want to try to promote to the 57,000 plus subscribers that we have here right now, all you got to do is send over your promos to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Put the promo inside of a 1080 by 1080 size frame so that it can fit in the post area. And all you got to do is be subscribed, be a member, and that's all we love. Make sure that we help each other try to get some money going in these tragic times right now. And also what I want to try to talk to you guys about is this, the Show Your Talent search that's coming up on November the 15th. We already put this post up. It's on our Instagram page. It's everywhere. So if you guys want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's right, www.drinkbigdrip.com. And all you got to do is fill out the mailing list on the first page, and you'll be signed up to the Show Your Talent search. What is the Show Your Talent search? I'll tell you right now what it is. I'm about to tell you right now. Y'all see this right here? Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, whatever borough you're from, you're going to be able to compete with whatever your talent is, whether it's dancing, singing, I don't know what you do, but if you got a talent, I want to see it. And if you good, boom, you can make $250 in your borough. That's what we're talking about. It doesn't have to be just dancing and singing. It can be any sort of talent. So what happens is when you come to the location, this place being Time to Wine in the Pergamon Shopping Center in Staten Island, you be there by by 1 o'clock. You show us your talent. If we like you, boom, $250, and you win Staten Island. We keep on going to all the 5 boroughs. Once we win, and once we locate 5 winners from each borough, we come to one location in New York and Manhattan, where the last person will win $1,000. That's right. So on top of that $250 that you won in your borough, you might be able to win $1,000 as well. I am the host as well, also sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And y'all know my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. She's going to be there doing her thing on the wheels. Come through, take a picture with her, go live on your Instagram. Check out Big Drip Hard Punch because we're going to be doing the tasting as well. You got to be 21 and older. That's right. Time to Wine. Wines and Spirits, Staten Island. Pergamon, the Pergamon Shopping Center. That's right, you guys. I put the link in the description as well as the address. So if y'all want to come out, chill with your boy. For those that's not going to be able to be there, we're going to be going live with it. So you guys are going to be able to see it all over. And we're going to be in control of the music this time. I'm trying to find a cameraman so I don't have to be responsible. That's the next thing. But y'all know what it is. We want to get out of here with some prayers for some people and make sure that we're giving this love out right now. So Casey, there you go. Shout out to Casey. Show some love to Fred. Also, we want to pray for liberty and justice for Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, that you stay healthy and that you keep on getting good reports from the doctor. We already know we always pray up for you. Casey, who else we got up in here? Timogen, I ain't see you in a while. Thank you for coming back. Missed you. Also, Dot Focus, VIP Auction Group, Sam Champion, all of the people that show love up in here today. And I want to tell you guys, yes, the Pergamon Shopping Center. You guys know what I'm talking about. Casey, you've been there before. And you want to come through, you know you're always welcome. And that's how we do it over here. Want to pray for everybody's strength, love, happiness, and stop worrying about problems, because as long as we got God, we ain't got to worry about nothing. Amen. keep on moving forward, you guys. And with that being said, tomorrow, Saturday, I will be here early, same time. We keeping it at 6 o'clock. Good content, up-to-date information, and I hope you guys appreciate it because we putting that work in right now, claiming our #1 title. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So till tomorrow, get 'em! Peace. One.